Tuesday, November 28th, 11:12 a.m. New York time. Good morning from chilly Florida. Going to discuss here my day trading this morning using options on the S&P 500, zero DTE, options that expire the same day as a credit trade. I got in a bullish position, 10:02. Then I closed it at 10:39 for profits. A little bit more than 50% for profits. Good trade. I was already bullish bias on a higher time frame. This is day trading. So we're looking here, desktop trading platform, Thinkorswim, now owned by Charles Schwab. Right off the bat, on the left side are watch lists. Top left is the equity indexes, a lot of green. Better than what happened yesterday. Yesterday it closed red. The 11 sectors in the S&P 500, a lot of green. And the Magnificent 7, mixed. So now we close that watch list. Have more room, real estate, for viewing my market profile. I use this when I'm trading the regular trading hours, intraday, on the S&P 500. That's the regular trading hours from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Because not all these products are available during the extended hours or during the overnight. So again, this works for me during the daytime on the S&P 500. So each grid, there's 4 grids here, is a 15-minute time frame. The top left, $ VOLD. Top right, $ ADD. The bottom left, $ TICK. And the bottom right, the SPX 500 cash index. Cash index, you could only trade options on the SPX cash index. You could trade the stock ETF and options on the stock ETF at SPY, as well as you could trade the futures and options on the /EX. Again, I'm using the SPX here on this screen template. But again, I could trade any of the S&P 500 instruments, and I do during the regular trading hours. But my charting for this principle is here because there's a correlation. So right off the bat, zoom out. I have them all here on a 5-day period, 15 minutes. But I want to see more of a screen. I want to zoom in. So I'm looking here in the past since last Friday. This morning, what I saw was lower prices. This first 15-minute candle, red. It also filled that gap from below, which I'll show you on the higher time frame. On the higher time frame, the daily chart here on the S&P 500, there was a gap here. The daily chart, we filled it today. That's very good. The dollar broke below today, this consolidation, and closing lower, trading lower. So again, there's a correlation here. Weaker dollar has been, for the past, making stronger S&P 500. Yep, so again, weaker dollar, give me more bullish bias on the S&P 500. Back here now, looking at the 15-minute chart profile, when the market opened at 9:30 a.m., again, the S&P 500 went down red. ADD, top left, VOLD, top left, went red. Top right, ADD went red. And of course, the tick was lower. So they were all correlating as expected. And I'm sitting on my hands waiting for the trade. I was leaning, again, bullish bias, but I didn't just take a trade just because of that. No. What I saw was this gap get filled here on the first 15 minutes. And I was like, that's nice. Gaps get filled. And potential buyers stepping in. So another reason, technical reason, to be looking bullish bias. But again, I don't want to see the trend continue down. So that green candle, that second 15-minute candle, closed with a lower high, lower low. Trend was down, it was bearish bias. The contrarian here was, well, look at here. I'm going to zoom in some more here. The second 15-minute candle on the top left chart here also made a lower low, lower high, which is matching the cash index here. But you notice here on the ADD, the second candle was an inside candle. It didn't make a lower low, lower high. That was a divergency. Very nice. As well, if you notice here, the S&P 500, beginning of the morning, broke below the low of the prior day. But here, during regular trading sessions, the VOLD did not break below. This was extended hours. I could take that off, so I won't confuse you. There we go. So you notice again here, we did not take out that low of yesterday, the opening market. Same here. We did not take out the low. So there was a divergency there. Yeah, you had higher lows, VOLD, higher lows on ADD versus the SPX was lower lows the prior day. So right off the bat, I'm saying, yeah, there's dump in the morning. Didn't have a lot of strength in it. Momentum, panic selling it did not have, giving me a bullish bias. And then after I saw that 15-minute candle here, inside candle, nice. The next candle, look what happened. This candle here, this green one, broke above that inside candle, higher high. Versus here on the top left, the third 15-minute candle, inside candle. So that was undecided, but this decided breakout. And then here on a 15-minute candle, the third one, higher high, higher low. Let me show you my entry. Yep, right there. Went long, bullish. That was 10:02. Nice. And my options that I use for my contracts were all the way down here. Down here. So being further away, lower risk. Not making the max profit, but lower risk. Zoom in some more. And then you notice the next 15-minute candle, zoom in some more. Which this one here, higher high, higher low. Breaking out that high of the first 15-minute candle. Nice. So again, the fourth green candle, the fourth candle right here. Look at the fourth one here. Again, higher high, higher low. And the fourth one here, higher high, higher low. So they all started to match up. And buyers stepping in here on this fifth candle here, huge. Took off like a rocket ship. So when that went higher, pushed higher, my trade got closed in there because I had a working order to close. So it got closed at 10:39. Gonna put this on in 1 minute. My trade got closed there. I did not get closed all the way at the high. I didn't stay in for max profits because max profits, I would have to stay until the market closes at 4 p.m. And I don't want to take that kind of risk because, again, afternoon session could be different. It could dump. It could dump later this morning. So I'm happy with 50% profits in a morning session on 1 day. A little bit more than 50%. It's nice. Worked out fine. Now let me show you on the other template I use. I like to use this too on my other screen because correlation. I wanted to see the S&P 500 on the daily chart, the dollar sign of the daily chart, as well as I'm watching the intraday. Why again? Because I want to see a weaker dollar. If I'm bullish S&P 500, I want to see a weaker dollar. And that's what's happening here, a weaker dollar. And look what happened here too. As we fill this gap, you can see it also here on the 15-minute. Put this back here. As we fill this gap down here, this orange areas, accumulation started to occur, right? We didn't, and then you're having big panic selling. So that was building acceleration energy for a breakout to the upside. And now look at it. Up huge strong. Again, the daily chart's not done yet. Daily candle's not done yet. But break above this high. Nice. So maybe I'll do a swing trade if we break above this high. Again, some swing trades just happen to turn out to be day trades. I could put a swing trade on a break above that. And if it hits my target for profits, sometimes it hits the same day. But my swing trade, if I do, would be options with contracts that expire this week. I would consider using contracts that expire tomorrow or options that expire expired Friday. Either way, both be swing trades because it'll be more than one day. And look at the dollar tanking. So get a little insight. My swing trade I'm in is bearish, the US dollar. I placed that trade near the end of yesterday. This on a 15-minute. Zoom in. So we're looking at a 15-minute chart. And yesterday, we were very close to this prior week low down here. Zoom in some more. So I took a small position I entered on a swing trade with put options. With put options on the dollar. And then this morning, adding to the position with the other financial instruments, because again, you could trade the UUP, the stock ETF of the dollar, as well as I could trade the futures. Yep, there's many products, as well as the inverse US, as well as the inverse could use the euro. Yep. So leave this off to show you the euro. There we go on the euro. So I want to be trading bullish bias on the euro because the trade's inverse. And we'll leave this here, closing on the profile I have seen here. If you like this content, you can join my Patreon page and get this information the same day.